In this video, we'll go through the process of installing lockup-mate in the MQ Triton. The kit comes with a detailed instruction booklet which has step-by-step photos of all the steps we're about to see. I've unclipped all the trim to make the process of showing it easier, and the first step is to install the harness that goes to the transmission computer. Basically, we're going to cut two wires from the harness and attach these ends onto it. So in order to get to the harness, it's a matter of removing the trim here. You just lift it with your fingers and it will come out. The next piece of trim to remove is the rubber door trim. And then this piece here, there's down the back here, there's a clip, and on the side here, there's a clip that you remove. Once you've done that, you pull it outwards, and this clip here will dislodge, and then you pull it backwards. So what we do with that harness, the transmission computer is up here, just there. Those two connectors come out, and there's a clip there to get the harness to release, so you undo that as well. And the harness will just fall out into this area for easy access, so you can solder the wires onto it. You also install a resistor. It'll be either gold or silver in colour, and there are self-drilling screws that come with it, or you can pre-drill, and that's a good spot for it there. Once this harness has been installed, you then get the other harness, and on the other ECU connector there's one more wire to cut, which you install these two wires, solder them onto the ends for the lockup-mate. There are 4 cables in 3 connectors. This one goes to the solenoid control of the ECU harness, as does this one. This cable goes up to the LED switch, and this cable goes to the OBD2 connectors. OBD2 connectors comes with a wire splitter cable and the connector to the lockup-mate control unit. That one plugs in there. This plugs onto one end of the wire splitter cable. The other end is available for an OBD2 device of your own, and this end goes into the OBD2 connector of the car. So the OBD2 port is located here, and that's the end of the cable as I showed before, and it just connects up into it simply like that. Now the last thing to install is the LED switch here. So it's discreetly away there. It's a simple case of you just pull back the trim, the rubber trim, and the cable routes up and it clips onto the A-pillar plastic there. The switch is adjustable, so you can adjust it to the driving angle that best suits your position. Now before the installation started, you would have disconnected the battery. That's now been reconnected, and the last step is to run the self-diagnostics. So to do that, we put the transmission into sport mode, turn the ignition on, and then press and hold the LED button for 5 seconds. Now on the tacho it says number 1, that's test 1, and the value is 80 on the speedo. Test 2 is 80. Test 3, 100. And test 4, that's about 18. Now these numbers may vary a little bit with the battery voltage depending on the condition of your battery. This engine's not running, and there it'll finish. So all those values were good, and it's passed. Turn the ignition off. That completes the installation process for lockup-mate.